There are way more Gospels than King James would have you believe. I'm still penning mine, but I was there in the Genesis. In the Trinity's garden, I was born by the river. And I remember when we left. Everything after that is a blur, a mashup of floods, exoduses, crucifixions, resurrections through elementary, middle, and high school. I still remember the aroma of that garden. It was a smell of jungle gyms, slides, swings, and possibilities. There was a holy innocence about the place, or maybe that was just my wide-eyed childhood. I'm from a place where the rivers flow with milk and honey, and I told you, I was born by the river. My brother was born under that tree that God said to stay away from. We are our parents' mistakes. We are also God's plan for Adam and Eve's redemption. My parents split, and sometimes it makes it hard to remember where I come from, but I feel like that's just God testing me. Like when I stray off the path, He has a plan for me, but you know what they say, it's all about location, 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 so I want to get back to my roots. It's amazing that I ever decided to leave them. My dad says I'm going to travel the world one day. My mom just wants me to stop by and visit every once in a while. I'm still penning my gospel and telling it to anybody that will listen, but after all my journeys are over, I just want to get back to the garden, maybe see God, and be a wide-eyed, innocent little kid playing on the swings by the rivers of milk and honey. And that piece is basically about where I'm from. I grew up in an apartment complex called Trinity Garden, and like a lot of my childhood, it revolves around that place because, I don't know, I guess that neighborhood raised me, but it didn't stop, like, the things that my mom wanted to instill in me. So that was a whole wide-eyed, innocent childhood. That was my mom teaching me how I should be and how I should represent myself no matter where I go. Always remember where you're from.
Okay, the poem that I liked the best was when the girls talked about how many problems they had down there, because I didn't realize that London had like issues. I always thought that they were just happy all the time. I don't know why, but that's what I just pictured in my head.
I like the dude's poem when he was talking about the saliva that formulates in my throat to say these words. I like that because he didn't just say, I said something. He went through the whole entire process in the throat of saying something that's creative and is alive in the truth for me. And I like it.
Listen, I was born with a gift. It was wrapped in a beautiful silk ribbon made just for me. When it was open, a few things were said. The box had been a little crumpled and stubborn, but it's mine. That stubborn little gift is my voice, meant to be shared with the world. Many words fill my mind, but along the way I trip over them and hide the rest. My box is meant to be shared. My box is me. I have a voice. I was born with a voice, and I will die with my voice. My voice is a precious gift, and I will not throw it away for anybody. My box is me. The world needs to know that my voice is different, but its uniqueness is worth hearing. My box is me.
My name is Mahogany. I'm 12 years old, and what inspired me to be writing is it builds confidence. The first time that I spoke out loud was when I read a poem. That's the only time that speak in front of a crowd. Poetry just makes me feel comfortable. It just makes it feel like I'm not even here anymore. I was shocked when I heard that was your first time writing, because it sounded like you've been writing for your whole life. You used so much creativity, and I still haven't found that in me yet. I was just amazed.
I think that you should keep writing because practice makes perfect, and you guys sound like you are there, perfect. But also because you have a voice and it needs to be heard. And if you chose poetry to have your voice heard, then why not keep going? If you know you have something to say, why not write about it so that others can hear you? So I just say keep writing.
I'm from a place where so many dreams are made, but one out of million are fulfilled. Where nightmares turn to real life so you never kill, like guns with ammunitions. You see kids starve every day because getting food. It's like another mission. You see people judge male and females as they go into transitions. I've been traveling so much like my whole life's on a world tour. Like Tupac said, we got money for war, but can't feed the poor. So need I say more? Because I have the right to remain silent. But being silent is not right, I must be heard. So take out them headphones and earphones so y'all can hear me out. I remember waking up every Saturday morning just to watch PBS kids sprout. That's where most of my imaginations are from. But as my height continued to grow, my age continued to increase, my eyes continued to observe, that's when my imaginations started to decrease. Because I wasn't mommy's innocent little boy anymore. My mind was being attacked with things that could create so many sores. Sores at the bone, making it hard to heal. That's how stubborn we are. Heard a voice saying, speak for yourself. That's how ignorant they are. For not accepting the truth, they prefer to the lies in the soundproof booth. But you can't be mad. At least to accomplish the goal of being rappers. I'm from a place where most fathers are never a factor. Brothers who don't even know their own brothers. And on every application under who's in your household. This is written. Me, myself, and my mother. That's why I thank God for my parents, even though they're not together. I once thought everything would have been okay if we lived in the suburbs. But there's always pros and cons and wish that we had. Because I wouldn't be a writer. I wouldn't be a poet. But in gang signs and slangs, I wouldn't even know it. I wouldn't even know them. Sorry, it's how I speak. Look at me funny, but you see, all the correctness come easily to me. I was born in a place where Lion King relates to, where it's hot throughout the year. But I'm from a place where Wu-Tang came out of, and it's cold throughout the winter. I wasn't used to the weather and started to give me splinters. I was being judged because what I ate was never evident at dinner. They labeled me as an L. What they never knew is that my name started with a W and it stands for winner. I'm from a place where it's called hood, because nobody ever acts neighborly, where new aunts, uncles, and cousins are coming to exist, but you never knew they were your family. New jails need to be built, that's why the government cuts down on family trees. Does anyone ever feel sorry for us youngins that's witnessing this catastrophe? I'm just trying to grow up to be a legend. Johnny Appleseed. But where I'm from, if your skills are not qualified, you're just another slice of cheese. Your environment is how you make it. Negativity is how you take it. So may I ask, where are you from? My name is William and I'm 14. What inspired me to write this poem is because I've been living in New York and I observed so many things that happened and I just feel like I need to write down.
All right.
Listen. Listen to my pen scratch across papyrus, seeming to be more like concrete. Blood sputters on my street, the inspiration that causes the ink on the sheets. I haven't always been here. My road hasn't always been clear. Can't you hear? This isn't where I'm meant to stay. Haven't clipped my heels yet. Home isn't here. It's on that stage. My story doesn't end. I'm like a politician begging you to understand. Listen to me. I'm a black woman with the Rosa Parks mentality in the Lady Gaga closet. First days of schools, I've never looked forward to them. I am different. And my words may even come out as stutters on skipping soundtracks, but ain't I still worth the CD still? I stand alone because often the truth does. I speak loud enough, so listen. Snaps and friction is pointless with the voice missing. What's the point of a mic if there's no voice to go into it? Hear my syllables over the clicking of my earrings and the loudness of my blonde. No need to respond. You can't hide, but you can run. But I'll always be behind every door you open, and before I get a chance to knock, you'll stop. And understand that even opportunity gets tired of being ignored. My name is Rose Leandra Smith. I am 18 years old, and I wrote the piece the way that I wrote it because I wanted to challenge myself to see if I could write it. I was having a hard time with this topic, but Joe pushed me. I write because it's freedom to me. It challenges me. It shows me where I
Since I've been writing for a long time, I just started poetry last year. Poetry has made me improve my words and how to express myself and help others use them out, inspiring them that even though you're young, you can still do amazing things.
I say, any words you have for the group in London doing the same thing that you're doing here?